everyone. Welcome to the Greatness Game, episode number 29. I just remembered the other day, it was episode number 1. So super excited about being here with you today. Episode 29 is all about getting unstuck. So these principles that I'm going to talk about today, whether you are stuck in your business, in your life, in your motivation, in your health, in your money. That's the great thing about coaching is the principles you can apply to every part of your life. So this is all about your mental toughness, your leadership, your greatness games. We do not want to be playing smallness games. So my name is Dina Patton. I'm owner of The Greatness Training. I have been a greatness coach, mindset coach, business coach for 20 years for entrepreneurs and leaders who are changing the world with their business, and author of The Greatness Game. So I am all about my why. My why is all about unleashing people's power and greatness so they can do epic shit in the world. That's really my purpose. That is literally my written mission statement in what I do. So I'm so excited to be here every Tuesday, 12:30. Tune in. And then all the episodes are on my YouTube channel if you want to go back there and see the rest of those. So today we are talking about feeling stuck. I mean, obviously a lot of people are feeling stuck, but pandemic aside, let's just look at our lives. And it takes courage to actually look at your life and say, I am not happy in this area, or I am not performing in this area. So, first and foremost, I just want to acknowledge you for having the courage to play greatness games, just even being in the conversation about I want to elevate my life. I want to do something different. So it just takes courage. It takes self-discipline. A lot of people are like, no, thank you. So first, thank you for being here. Second, I acknowledge you for that. So let's talk about being stuck. And this is the thing. There's a lot of times that we know that we are stuck. Okay, it's very clear. I could talk about many, many times in my life that I felt stuck. So, you feel stuck in a dead-end job, or you're producing low sales in your business, or maybe emotionally you're just in a rut or grieving. That's just such a hard time and feeling not yourself. What about feeling stuck spiritually and just you feel like you're flatlined and just not growing in that area? Or financially, obviously feeling stuck and disempowered around money or money management or earning money, whatever that game is. So there's lots of ways that we can feel stuck in all 5 areas of our life. So physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and mentally. Okay. So the bigger game, the bigger greatness game is to feel empowered and alive and full out in all 5 of those areas. And, there's times probably in your life that you have been there. All 5 areas are well-oiled, 100% and awesome and just playing greatness all full out. And then there's times where there's one that's really low. Maybe it's spiritually or physically. You're just not yourself. I have learned in, not just in the 20 years I've been coaching, but in my own journey, what I can tell you is I can look at my businesses over the years and also just results in my life. And I can look at when I felt my best physically and spiritually. I feel like those 2 things are like the foundation of our power. Let me just say that again. Physically and spiritually are the foundations. And I can just say that for my own self and tons of clients over the years. When we get solid in our spiritual self, in our physical self, I'm telling you, your power shifts because it's fuel. I don't know about you, but the older we get, the more tired we get. Life, adulting is hard. And so when you look at your fuel tank, When we are fueled spiritually and when we are fueled physically, our body gets enough sleep, we're taking care of it, right? And we're moving or working out. I'm telling you, it's game changing. So I'm not going to go off on that. I'm just making a very big point. There is a huge connection between your physical and spiritual fullness and greatness and the results you want in your life. So this is, I want to use that actually as an analogy because we could be winning games. You know, I always talk about smallness games and greatness games. We could be winning games, but games that actually we don't want to win, right? We're winning the wrong games. But until you look at it and go, oh my gosh, I'm winning that game. I'm playing that game. I didn't even know that. So there's something at the gym. I started working out about 6 months ago, and I can tell if I'm going to give my time and money for personal training, I want to get strong. Okay, I'm not just going to go there and work out to go through the motions. Oh, okay, good. I'm done, right? Oh, he didn't see me cheat. I am telling you, 50% of the people I work out, that's their game. I am not kidding you. You pay tons of money and time to go work out only to play the game, like get through and cheat, so, and just be done. No, smallness game. Greatness game, show up 100%. I'm playing the game called Get Strong. So I just have never felt strong in my adult life. I've never felt physically strong. That's the game I'm playing. Strong. I want to feel strong. So that's just like it's two people in the same exact environment playing two separate games, right? So that's just the difference between, when you play a smallness game and playing a greatness game. So there's 3 things that I have found any client. So my $100,000 client, my $10 million client, everybody in between, it doesn't matter. When you feel stuck, you feel stuck. You can't see why you are disempowered and derailed and you can't see your own stuff, right? So there's 3 huge things that it might sound simple to you, but I'm telling you, this is the thing. When you have someone that is disempowered or derailed, stuck, you can use whatever word you want. They are not on track. They are not producing results. They're not playing greatness games. They don't feel strong or they don't feel empowered. They're not building their business. They don't have the great, marriage that they want, whatever. There's 3 things. All right. The first one, I'm going to give you the biggest one. Usually I give the biggest one last, but I'm going to give you the biggest one first. Okay. There's 3. Loss of choice. There is a choice you are not making. So often we get derailed and then we get really tangled up in confusion and chaos and panic or whatever all those feelings are when we're derailed. When you make a choice, and sometimes it's a hard choice, it might be, I'm going to close my business. It might be, I need to get a divorce. It might be, I am overweight and I need to make a choice, an intentional choice around this, and I need to get myself healthy again, right? There's some kind of avoidance or confusion over there. But man, when you make a choice is power. Choice is power, and we forget we have the choice. So super important that if you feel derailed, disempowered, deflated, stuck, you want to look at, where did I lose my choice and what is the choice I need to make to get myself back on track? Okay, so that's first one. The second one is loss of focus. You don't know what you're focused on. And when we don't know what game we're playing and we don't know where we're focused, we can get derailed very easily. So it doesn't matter if there's a pandemic. It doesn't matter if there's a 9/11. It doesn't matter if there's a disease or a death. Life is so uncertain, but your power is your power. right? So can you be powerful in the face of anything happening? That means in the face of anything happening, you keep your power. It takes discipline, it takes training, but I'm telling you, you can do it. It is a learned skill. There's not like a magic wand that some people have it and some people don't. It's a learned skill. So when half your employees have to be either they get fired or laid off or furloughed and you lose half your staff, are you going to stay powerful and be in your leadership and lead the rest of the team and lead the rest of the company from your power and from your greatness, or are you going to fall apart? That's the difference between great leaders and smallness leaders. Smallness are all about protection of self. Greatness is all about protection of the unit, right? So when I look at greatness leaders, that is one thing. They always are in choosing, because choice is power. When we let go of our choice, we lose our power. When we let go of our focus, we lose our power. So big leaders with teams of 200, 300, 1,000, they can never lose their choice, and they can never lose their focus. So two of the big ones. Then the third one, this is, you've heard TED Talks on this. This is really, talked about a lot, but we forget our why. So loss of why, you've lost your why. Why are we doing this? Right? Why are we doing this? So many of the companies that are going to survive is because they dialed back down to, okay, our business looks different. We have to deliver different. Think about all the teachers, right? Like they have to teach their kids this curriculum, but they shifted, right? They pivoted to keeping their why. They love teaching. They want to pour into their kids. They have the curriculum, but they're going to change into delivering it a different way, right? So the businesses who have pivoted, they are not pivoting their why. It's so important as a business. And if you are a business owner, I hope you can hear these three things, the power of these three things. One, keep choosing, powerfully choosing, not choosing from emotion, not choosing from reaction, and definitely not choosing from your smallness, okay? So power of choice, always asking, what do I need to choose today? How do I get this back? What's the choice I need to ask myself to get back on track? So choice. Number two is focus. Where do I need to focus right now? This is the thing about focus. If you don't know what you're focused on, you can get very tangled up in overwhelm. Okay, we all know that. So when we know the focus, like this is the game right now in our family or in our debt, in my business, in my sales, right? So one of the biggest things let me just speak to the entrepreneurs, is if you have a small business under 10 employees, everyone's pivoting, everyone's creating new sales and marketing strategies. And what I can tell you is don't lose your focus on your customer. That is a big piece that people are losing. They're just, scrambling, but they're losing their why, they're losing their focus, they're making choices out of smallness, and it's just more chaos on top of more chaos. So when you choose powerfully, always tied to a greatness game, you're making great choices that are moving the train. Two, you're keeping that focus. You know what game you're playing, right? You know what game you're playing. And then that third, you know why you're playing it. You're not losing your why. Doing these podcasts every week, the greatness game, this is completely tied to my why. I am all about unleashing people's greatness so they can do epic shit in the world. So I know when people are fulfilling their purpose and fulfilling their greatness, they have that meaningful life. I'm telling you, it is like night and day. My first half of my life was all smallness, all doingness, all external validation, just lots of doing, lots of titles. And then I realized I wanted to really live in a realm where my gifts and my greatness were my business. And so, I wanted to live a life of purpose. I wanted my purpose out in the world. And it's just a different game when you're living your purpose. So that why, everything I do, every speech, every training, every coaching client, every podcast, everything is tied to helping people access the greatness inside of them that they were born with, right? As I always say, we're all born with greatness. We just don't know how to access it, and we don't know how to live in it and lead in it every single day. So that's the power. When you start to play that game, like I'm going to live and lead from greatness every single day, and you have that filter on all your choices, what? Game changer. And you start calling yourself on like, nope, that was a smallness game. Nope, not doing that. Oh, that is, totally pulls me back into smallness. Nope, not going to do that. I'm going to keep my focus, right? I'm going to build my business this way, right? I'm going to cut the fat of my business because you know what? That doesn't honor my why anymore. I'm going to cut it, right? So hard decisions, but when they're authentic and they are from a place of greatness and why, it moves your train with velocity and power. So what I want to wrap this up in is this, is we are either empowered, totally living and leading from our power, empowered, or we're disempowered. Those are really the only two states that we have. And so when you start playing an empowered life, an empowered game, you start building your business from an empowered leadership mindset, it's game changing. But you've got to do it on purpose, right? It doesn't just happen. Certainly doesn't happen. It takes lots of discipline and training. So I just want to encourage you guys to do that, right? Play a greatness game. Play a big, big game. We're playing so small in our life compared to really what our gifts and our greatness have. So I hope that helps. What I would love to hear from you is those three, loss of choice, loss of focus, or loss of why. Which of those three can be a game changer for you right now? I want you to look at an area that you are disempowered. You're stuck in. You're not stuck. You just haven't made the right choices and actions, right? It feels stuck, but you're actually not. So I want you to think about those three things, choice, focus, and your why. And you ask yourself in this area where you're stuck, do I need to make a choice? What is the big choice that I need to make in this area to get myself back in power? What do I need to focus on in this area to get myself back in power? And why am I doing this? And how can I get back connected to my why to get myself back in power? We are always getting ourselves back in power, right? And so we have to know the questions to ask ourselves. So hopefully that helped in the areas that you're stuck. And the Greatness Game book is on Amazon. It's $10. And it's kind of having a Dina Patton coach in your back pocket, and it just feeds you more of this in 9 areas of your life. So hopefully that helps. And then I will put this replay on my YouTube channel, so you can always go back and listen to it, and it can help you when you feel stuck. All right, you guys, so every Tuesday, 12:30, meet me back right here. Hopefully, magical back to you. Naya, thank you for tuning in, you guys. See you next Tuesday. Post any questions that you have, and have a fabulous, greatness, big rest of your week. Bye.